It's too loud. Hi everyone, let me just rearrange my screen and then we can start with the intermediate mat. So we'll start today by sitting upright and then hands to the back of your legs. Lift up, sitting tall on your sits bones. Look down at your abs and then curl the tail up. Start to roll your spine down slowly. Curve your back into the mat. Come all the way down to your upper up curl. Fold the knees in. Lift the legs up to the ceiling and extend the arms for hundreds. Pump the arms here. Inhaling. Breathing out through your mouth. Take a deep breath in through the nose. Exhale. Sigh the air out from the bottom of your lungs. The arms at a steady pace here, pushing up and down through the air. Imagine you're trying to lift your head a little higher, bend your chest a little bit more forward, curve yourself into your legs. Try to pull your head up high to the ceiling and down and forward towards your tailbone. The legs stretch out at your working level, squeeze them together, firm up the inside line of your legs. You're stretching out through your feet and your fingertips and up through the top of your halo. Keep finding that deep breath in and a long breath out. Legs at a height where your back feels fine, but your belly is challenged to support the weight and length of your legs. The angle of your legs makes a big difference, so go to a place where it works for you. And then let's take a long exhale to end this. And fold your knees in, hug your knees into your body, lay your head down. If you need a pad for your head, grab a folded towel or a small cushion so that your head feels in line with the rest of your spine and your back isn't arched too much. Stretch the legs forward. And let's reach the arms up to the ceiling and then back. Lift the arms coming up, lift the head, neck, and shoulders. Dive forward here, rounding the back, curving. Pounce over your legs, the head dives down towards your knees. Stretch your back, equal weight in the right and left glutes, and come down. Keep reaching forward with the arms. The arms lower makes it easier. The arms higher makes it more difficult. Feel that work in your body at an appropriate level. And we lift to come up. One of the good things about Pilates, there's a lot of different variations. You can take the arms way up and pounce over your legs. And then as you advance, the arms go higher. And you might start with them high. And then as you start to lower down, reaching further from your feet, you might lower the legs. So you go down with control. You don't want to accelerate and sort of drop into the ground. You want to lay yourself down with perfect control and support from the ground. So coming up. And lift and dive forward. Exhale through this. Round your body as if you're diving over a beach ball and watch it inflate so you can round your back more. The shoulders are falling down your back, the collarbones wide so that you're not hunching your shoulders by the ears. That's never a good look. Stretch the arms back, and plus it just builds tension into the neck, which is the last thing we need additional of. Coming up with the head, round over, dive forward, stretch it out, reach long here. And then take it back. Work your way down here. Float to the ground. Stretch your reach back and circle the arms around at your side. Single leg circle next. So we'll pull the right knee into your chest. Stretch the left leg long. Pull that knee in. Give it a little tug. Press the other leg firmly into the ground to help your stretch in the other leg. You'll feel that difference. And then arms at your side. Lift your right leg up to the ceiling. We take the leg across the body, keep the right hip grounded, circle down, around, out to the side, lift the leg. Remember, you can always use the TheraBand here around your foot so that you can release tension out of the hip. It will help support the weight of the leg, so that makes it easier for you to stay balanced here on the mat with your torso nice and stable. But whether you're using a TheraBand or not, keep reaching out through the center of the sole of your foot. Let's do one more circle here. Pull the leg across and feel the stretch into the outer hip and thigh. Come to the top, let's reverse. Inhale away from center, exhale. Go low, the right side is heavy as you pull the leg to the left side gets heavier before you take the leg to the right. If you're rocking your body across on and off the mat, you're taking the circle too big for your current level of stability. But then you want to challenge it. As you get stable, take the legs longer and further and draw a larger circle in the air and see if you can grow into that size of your circle. Do one more. Reach the leg out and around, lift it to the ceiling, and then let's pull that knee into your chest, hug it tight, slide that leg forward, feel the difference In, ease in the hip and lengthen the leg, the amount of rotation in the right leg. Pull the left leg in, pull that one in tight and shoot the right leg away. And now we lift the left leg up to the ceiling, soft point with the foot. Press the other leg down by engaging your quad. And we pull the left leg across the body. Inhale, exhale all the way around and up to the sky. Reach again. Draw a beautiful circle in the air. Feel the body weighted here as if there's ballast in the body that goes to the left before the leg goes right, that falls to the right before the leg goes left. And reach again. Keep lengthening out through the center of the foot. And let's reverse. Exhale all the way around so you feel the belly draw deep and down. You want to feel that inner corseting of the transverse abdominal muscle tightening up at the end of your exhalation. Let's go for 2 more. Really work to hold your body still on the ground. And 1 final circle. All the way around, lift the leg, and then fold the knee into your chest. Pull it in tight, and then you can pull the other leg in as well, rocking forward and up for rolling like a ball. Sit near the front third of your mat, wrap your hands around your shins. Easier to take the hands behind the thighs. Now pick up the feet, suck the belly back, look down at your navel. Inhale, you lift the tail and roll to your shoulders. Exhale to come forward and up to your balance point. And we roll back again, elbows wide and pulled forward. You're going to push back with your hands and forward with your shins to firm up the work in your arms, in your legs, and in your core. Feel that? Do it. We call that opposition as you work the parts of the body against each other to find a little bit more effort, to feel a little more connected and engaged. 1 more. And then we're going into the abs series. Right leg up and in, right hand to the ankle, left hand to the knee. Extend your left leg forward. Now slowly pull your spine down 1 inch at a time. Work your way into your upper ab curl. You can pull that leg in tighter and shoot the other leg out longer. And inhale, let's switch. And exhale, switch. Always the outside hand to the ankle. The reason we do that is it helps you keep the leg moving straight out of the socket and it doesn't allow it to drift out to the side. So if you had your hands reversed, it would be really easy to have that leg move sideways laterally away from the center line here. This helps you keep more control. Now let's pull both knees into your chest, 1 hand to each shin, elbows up, push up into your shins, into your hands. Now inhale, reach long, make that hammock out of your shape. Exhale, circle the arms wide, embrace the legs in, push down with the hands up with the legs. Again, there's that engagement, that opposition. So shoot it out, reach long, like you're shooting flames out of your toes and out of your fingertips. You sit up in that upper ab curl as you stretch away from center, and then you embrace back into center. Again, try to keep equal weight in the right and left side. Watch your alignment. That's why your gaze is down. Your edges of your feet are in the same line as your nose, your sternum, your navel, so that you know you're centered. 1 more. Stretch, and then hug it in, embrace. Right leg up, scissors, left leg forward. Switch the legs. And switch again. You're drawing 2 parallel arcs in the air like 2 parallel rainbows. You're trying not to look up at your knees or up at your feet. Look down along the mat at the air in front of you. Your gaze reaches across. Your gaze stays on the horizon at the height of your head. And let's lift both legs up. Take your hands behind your head. Support your skull here and pull the elbows forward and down. Now double leg lower lift. Both legs reach away. And exhale, suck the belly down and lift the feet up. So you reach out. You want to feel the engagement increase here. The level of work in the low abs increasing as the legs move away from you. Drag the legs up slowly. Bring them up and try to lift a little higher with your head. And do that again. You want to really figure out like what is safe for your body and what is challenging for your body. Work in that line. Right, don't go into the red zone, don't go into the danger zone here for your back. Find the good, healthy work for your core, and then bring the legs up. We're going to twist to the right, coming forward, up and around, and then to the left. Shoot the opposite leg out long, and feel the weight in that opposite hip from the direction you're twisting towards. You try to come up and forward, so you're really aware of your oblique abdominals pulling the load. Let's end to the left, come back to center, lay it on down. Hug your knees in. Let's take your hands to your knees and just draw some circles here to release your back and give your abs a chance to cool down slightly. They don't call it the ab series for nothing, right? And let's reverse the circles, just moving the legs on the hip socket, circling here, bring a nice release in the low back, and then we'll roll forward and up, coming up to sitting for spine stretch. So the legs open at hip width, feet flexed, extend the arms forward, press down through the arms, lift up through the head, and then look down and dive forward, rolling forward here, stretching out your back, press through your heels and articulate all the way up, lifting to come up, and then look down, diving it forward. Curve your way over, stretch it out, stack your spine, the blades melt down behind you. You lift your chest up, try to pick the ribs up off the pelvis. Look down again, curve forward. Rounding the back, stretching it out. Press into your legs as you rise. We're going to do one last one. Forward again. Hold onto your legs wherever you can, foot, ankle, calf, anywhere. Stretch out your back and suck the belly into that spinal curve. Try to feel a little bit more stretch there. Now we're coming forward with the hips to the heels. So you'll be again at the front third of your mat. And hold onto your ankles. Bring your arms to the inside of your legs and lift your feet up. Rock back so you're balanced on your sacrum in a C curve position. And then extend the right leg up. Stretch the leg here, open leg balance. And then pull the right heel to the left one, connect. And now the left leg goes up. The left shoulder stays easy. Bend the knee down. Heels press into each other and then lift the right. And pull that down. And now lift the left, reach it, and bring it back down. Both legs up, stretch, hands to the outside, look into your belly, lift the tail to roll back to your shoulders, exhale to dive forward and up. Take it back again, curve back, and exhale forward here. Reach again, exhale and forward. And one more time, rolling out your spine, working your core. Close the legs together and flex your feet. This is more difficult. I'd like you to reach for your toes, and then whether you can touch them or not, keep your hands separate from your legs. Roll back, lift the legs up in the air, try to come forward. See, I can't do it either, but eventually, hopefully I will. We're gonna roll back and dive, coming up, hopefully getting closer. One way to practice this is to take like a leather belt or a strap that's firm around your feet and hold onto it so that you can keep the legs and the arms straight as you roll. It's a way to start advancing this exercise. Now we'll bend the knees, lower the feet down, and curve your spine down into the ground. So corkscrew. You can use the TheraBand around your feet for this exercise also. So we're lifting the legs up to the ceiling, soft point with the feet. Keep the hips grounded, and we'll take the legs over to the right. Exhale, circle forward and around. Come to the left, bring the legs up to the sky. And now we reverse the circle, going left, and then exhale, around you go. So our thought here is we're trying to keep the pelvis grounded and level while we tilt the legs over to one side, put more weight in the opposite hip, circle forward, but not so low that you feel your back arch. Now put weight in the right hip as you bring the legs over to the left and reverse it. Right side heavy, legs move left, circle around. See if you can be aware of what's happening with your abdominals here so that they're working hard against the weight of the leg on the opposite side of the body to keep your body grounded, secure here on the mat. And once more, going from left to right. Complete the circle at the end of your exhalation, and then we'll roll forward and up for saw. Remember, you can always elevate your hips on any of these seated exercises if you're not able to sit vertically. Extend the arms out, reach long through the fingertips, rotate to the right. The left arm goes over, slide your arm down the outside of the right leg, reach the other arm long enough behind you, pull yourself up vertically, unwind, and then spiral to the left. Right hand to the outside of the leg, reach the head out, pull down and back into your opposite sits bone. Lift to come up. Then here you're bolting your sits bones down through the center of the mat, and then diving over, push the left glute down and away as you pull yourself over. Connect with your left hand to your right leg, and then open your right shoulder back and up behind you. Look back for your hand and then center and you spiral again. Let's take a moment to feel that connection of pushing through the arm. See, by pushing into your leg, you can rotate the left shoulder up and back and reach a little further. Gaze goes back, lift the hand, try to see the fingertips. Come up and center here. Let's do one more set. So spiral and dive. The head brings you out. The belly stays lifted into the spinal curve. You shoot the arms long and away from each other. Really stretch them. Pull up, maintain that length in your spine, in your arms, and spiral and dive and reach again. Good. Imagine someone's taking a picture. Like, how beautiful would you want the length of your arms to be right here? Coming up, center, and then let's lower the arms down. Bring your legs together and flip over onto your stomach. Okay, so we're starting head floats off the ground, hands by the armpit, elbows up and back behind you. Pull back with the heel of your hand like you're pushing your mat to your feet. Coming up, we're going to lift here into an upper back extension and then release the body down until your gaze goes down. You look down slightly forward on your mat and then pull the chest forward. Try to pull the ribs forward in the front of your body, sink them behind you. They pull together like a slinky being compressed in the back. And now we're going to open that slinky in the back to close it in the front. Do one more. Elbows pull in, down, and together. Hands press, and then release yourself down. Forearms on the mat. Slide them forward so the elbows are under the shoulders and maybe slightly forward. Push the arms into the ground. Pull the chest forward and up. Stretch your abs. And we kick the right heel in. Pulse 1, 2, and down. Single leg kick, one leg at a time. It's a double kick each time. As you pull the heel in as close to your butt as you can, feel how the quad lengthens. It's almost like your kneecap slides forward along the mat away from your body. You feel that stretch across the quad and across the front of the hips. Push the pelvis into the ground so you're trying to flatten out the front of the pelvic girdle into the mat and lift your body up in that swan-like position. Don't collapse, right? It's really easy to just drop the spine and kind of sag. No sagging allowed. Keep stretching the abdominal wall. It gets a lot of work. It needs a lot of stretch too. And then let's lay down, turning your head to the right. Overlap your hands on your back. Elbows drop. Take a deep breath in. Inhale to lengthen. Exhale, 3 kicks, both legs. Pulse 1, 2, 3. Push your feet into the ground. The arms can go back. Palms face in or up. Lift your chest, go down and turn your head to the left. And 3 beats. 1, 2, 3. Feet down. Eventually the thumbs intertwine. The fingers are long, the wrists are straight. As you pull the hands back low, lift your chest up. Down you go to look to the right. Ear to the ground. And we pulse. 2, 3. Feet down. You must keep them grounded. Right? Don't lift the legs just because you're lifting the torso at the front of the body. And down, looking left. Drop your elbows. Try to widen the back. Widen the space between your scapula. Then pull the blades together as you pull them towards your tail. Lower down, hands to your side. Push up and sit back in your child's pose. Round your back, curve it. Your head hangs low. Just breathe into your back wherever it feels tight. Try maybe to push the mat away from you with the heel of your hands as you sink back a little closer with your butt to your heels. And then stack your spine top to bottom. We turn around for neck pull. This is a more difficult roll up. We start with the hands behind the base of the skull. Pull the head up, elbows lift, shoulders don't. Lean back in a plank. Then look down, tuck, and roll your spine down. Curve your way into the ground. Go all the way down, lay the head down. Let's push fist into hand. Coming up, lift your head, neck, and chest. Exhale, push through your arms. As you lift, bring your hands again behind the occipital ridge. Dive forward, take a deep bow forward. Curl the belly up into your back, bend over, stretch. And now coming up. Flow up. It's like someone's rolling a ball up the front of your belly, up the front of your chest to your chin. Lean back. Hold your plank. Look down. You can pull the elbows forward. You can even bring the arms forward to go down with perfect control. So you're not falling to the ground. You're not losing any of that specific articulation of your body. Coming up, hands behind the head to begin. Bring your hands fist into palm. Make a straight line from elbow to elbow. Connect to that. And then lift and round over your legs. Curve forward here. Suck the belly back. Stretch out your back again. Feel the stretch in the back of your legs too. Flex your feet and you'll feel it also in your calves. Coming all the way up. Let's do one more down to the ground. So lean back, tuck, look down, pull your belly in, roll your spine down, stretch the front line as you go to the ground. And now here we'll take the legs in for shoulder bridge. Arms at your side, feet maybe 4 to 5 inches apart. Your heels are maybe 6 to 8 inches from your sits bones. Press down into your legs, begin with a pelvic tuck. So you press your waist down, the tail starts to rise. Pull the tail forward, pull the knees forward, push down into the back of your arms. Lift here, come all the way up. Hips are high, neck is long because you're still looking up and slightly back. And now roll to the inner arms, feel your scapula widen. Drape your spine down from the top of your back all the way through the mid-back to your waist, to your sacrum. As the tail settles, rock the pelvis and feel your waist lift. You'll feel that rocking in your head too. And then we lift again. Try to notice what happens in your upper spine as you move your low spine through the air, right? Because it's a chain. And so what happens at one end reverberates up through the other end of the chain, and then bring it on down. Come down slowly. Try to feel the left and the right side go down together so you're not leaning or tilting to one side versus the other. Find that imaginary line down the center of your body and work with that. Once more, we're coming up. We're pushing the ground down with the feet and with the arms and then with the top of the shoulders to lift the sternum up. Give yourself a little extra boost with your glutes. Don't let the knees go wide though. Try to keep them still parallel to each other. And then let's roll to the inner arms. Pull the blade sideways, curve your back down, really stretch it out as you lower it, and then release it into the support of the ground under your body. Perfect. We'll pull the left leg in and roll forward and up for spine twist. Again, elevate your hips if you need to. Sit upright and extend the arms out to the side. Feet are flexed. And imagine your feet against a wall, so don't let them move as you spiral to the right and twist your waist. 1, 2, 3. Come center and then twist to the left. Spiral and rotate. 1, 2, 3. Watch, there'll be a tendency to bring one arm forward and across the body to make you feel like you had more rotation than you actually do. Don't do that. So we're not going to do this, right? You're not changing the angle at the armpit with the arm, but instead keep the arms lengthening out. They're not necessarily 180 degrees in a straight line across the body because often then the back will arch, but keep them slightly in front by the sternum, by the collarbone, and hold them at that maybe like 170 degree line from each other across the front of your chest. Let's spin again, twist here to the left. As you come back to center, here's your tallest point. We'll do one more set. Our bodies are crying for rotation. It's something we typically don't get a lot of. And doing this in this balanced way is really healthy for us. All right, let's lay down on your back for jackknife. You can always elevate your hips if you need a little bit of help on this. Starting from a higher angle is less load for the body, would make it easier. So we're going to begin, pull the knees into your chest, lift the legs up to the ceiling, take them forward and away from your torso a bit, and then only look up, don't look to the side as you bring your legs up and over, push to the ground, bring the legs as close to horizontal, parallel to the floor as you can. And then keep reaching out through your feet as you lower your spine down, press to the arms, try to delay going down. Now, if your chest is tight, you may find that you're up on your fingertips and that your back is going to arch. So maybe elevate the hands in that case on like a folded towel or a pad on each side of your body. The main thing you learn from that is you really need to open your chest. And so we can do that through different stretches and exercises like swan. So the arms press down, and then you keep reaching along through the arms, press through your triceps, press to the palms of your hand, press to the fingertips as you roll down. If the shoulders curl up a little bit, that's okay. You may need to do that in order to get your ribs down. And then press the legs out, reach them away. And we go over one more time. Inhale and exhale to lift the hips. Try to go up in the air with the tailbone and bring it over your head. And then you're going to curve down through the upper back, through the mid back. Take your time. Let gravity pull you down and you resist it. Come down slowly. And then let's take the legs forward and fold them into your chest. Hug them in. And then we'll extend them forward, roll up, and we're going to lay on the right on your side facing the camera here for your side kick series. So prop yourself up on your elbow, hand in front of the chest by the lower ribs, and reach the legs long, the hips are stacked. Pick your top leg up, flex the foot. Inhale, pull that leg forward, double beat. 1, 2, point, take it back, double point, and stretch. 1, 2. Flex again. Spread the toes when you flex your feet. Gather them together when you point. Bottom leg stays firmly grounded. Kick it forward, reach out through the tail and the sits bone. The stretch feels amazing in the back of the leg, and then you're working for a lovely stretch across the front of the hip. One more. Flex to pull it forward, lengthen out, point to take it back, reach and stretch. Back to center, lower the leg. We rotate, point, kick it up high, flex and pull it on down. Point and you lift, flex and you close, right? Use the full inhale to go up, use the full exhale to go down, reversing the foot, flex and lift it, point and stretch it down, flex and bring it high, point and lengthen it away. One more, flexing up, point down for développé. You tap, you slide the leg in, pull the knee to your shoulder, the leg to the sky, flex and reach out and down. And drag it in. You feel the smoothness of the cloth on your legs, push it down, reach it away. One more. Keep the connection as far as you can. Lift, stretch, and reach it out. Now reverse. Tap and go up with a flexed foot. Point the foot, bend the knee, push the foot down, skate it along the bottom leg, glide it out like it's sliding, and you lift, point, bend, exhale. Keep the connection all the way to the end, flex the foot, and lengthen through the heel as you lift less time, point, bend, and all the way down. Rond de jambe, big circle. Bring it forward, up, around, back. Really hold yourself in with your core. Stretch the leg long and complete the circle. And do it again. Start with an inhale, and then it's a long exhale. You're going to need that tightening up of the abdominal wall to help you hold your body steady against the movement and weight of your leg. Also, the tightness of the leg is going to make you want to lean your chest forward. Don't do it. Don't lean into that. And now let's reverse. Take the leg back, open the hips, spiral the leg externally, bring it forward and around. By the time it crosses the other leg, it's in parallel. It goes back, then you rotate externally, spiral it up, forward, start to internally rotate to bring it back to parallel at the middle. And one last time. Circling around and through here. Let's bring that top leg in, figure 4 stretch. So the heel is in by the bottom thigh. You push the knee away, bring the bottom leg up, and then exhale and down. Lift and exhale and lower. Pick it up again, and then lower it to the ground. Let's lift and hold it up and circle 3 times. 1 and 2 and 3. Pick up the leg, lift, and then circle around. 1 and 2 and 3. Bring the leg up, lower it down, and stretch the top leg on it. All right, we're going to just go onto our stomachs here for grasshopper. There's more in the series, but let's save time for some other things. Forehead on your hands, or the hands can be under your hip bone crest, elbows wide, and we lift the legs from the glutes and you clap. Keep the quads strong so that the knees stay straight. You want to feel that you're maybe sliding just along the upper top of your thighs. The glutes really lifting the legs as much as you can. Small bounce of the legs away from each other and then a rebound coming back in. One more breath. Lower the legs down. Hands to your side. Push up. Sit back in child's pose. Round your back, curve it. Head falls forward down to the floor. Stack your spine bottom to top. And we switch sides. So you lay yourself over. So face the camera, probably best. If you're in a class, I might probably just had you turn over and face the other direction, but this way I get to see you and you see me if you want to. So pick the legs up, the top leg up, flex the foot, press your hand into the ground, pull your bottom elbow towards your armpit. All that will stabilize you. Pull the leg forward, double beat, 1, 2. Point the foot, take it back, and reach back 1 and 2. Flex to go forward, and point to stretch it back. Open the hip. Reach long. You draw this beautiful arc in the air with the path of your leg and your foot. Sweep it back, keep the knee straight as the leg goes behind you. One more. The bottom leg pushes into the ground. Everything touching the floor tries to hang on to it. Come back to center and lower the leg. We rotate externally, point and go high, flex and go down. Point and lift, flex and close it down. Point and lift it here, flex and push it down. Now reverse the foot, flex up, point, stretch it away, flex to lift, and point, lengthen it out. One more like this, kick it up and stretch it forward. Now développé, pull, knee to shoulder, lift the foot, flex and reach it down. Glide it in, keep your body stacked on one sideline. And one more time, there'll be a tendency to fall backwards with that top hip, don't allow it. Now reverse, go up, point the foot, bend the knee, foot down, skate it forward, lengthen and flex and lift, point, bend, and exhale all the way down. Smooth out your legs, lift, point, bend, exhale, smooth out your breath. And now rond de jambes, circle forward. Press of the arm, lift up, press back, reach behind you, go long with the head away from your shoulder and vice versa. Complete the circle, do that again. Take your time so you can really feel the work in your core supporting you from moving the torso forward or back. Reach, reach, lengthen out in opposite directions, foot to head. Now reverse, take the leg back, lift the leg, circle it around. I know this is all about that glute medius, this whole series. You'll build strength there. We need some tone there to help us stand on one leg, which is important when you walk, right? Every time you walk, there's moments in time when you stand just on one leg. And now we do your figure four. Push the knee up and away, bring the bottom leg up and lower it down. Lift it again and lower. You can use your forearm to press into the thigh of the bent leg, pushing it away, and use your upper inner thigh to lift that leg and now hold and circle around it up. One, and now two, and now three, bring it up, suspend, reverse the circles, around it up. One, and now two, and now three, lift the leg, release it, stretch your top leg on it. And here we're going to practice our teasers. I think actually I'm going to grab a TheraBand. And you should have one too. Or a belt, or a dog leash, or a piece of fabric, whatever you have. Let's start sitting. And take the center of the band around the ball of the foot and the arch. Rock back on your sacrum, pick up your feet. For women, toes at eye level. For guys, a little bit lower. And that's so you can find the balance in your body here. So now from here, we're just going to stay. Be sure you're in a tuck. The tail is curved forward and up. The belly sinks back in towards your waistline. And then push the legs up and out. Stretch the legs here into your teaser position and fold the knees on into your chest. Now, what you're trying to do here is not just straighten the leg, but not move your torso. So check yourself out in your screen. Hopefully you can see yourself and not just me. So push it, lengthen, reach, and then fold that on in. Lengthen it again, and exhale to fold it in. Good, lower the heel down, open your knees, and round forward, stretch out your back, just in case you need it. And then coming upright, we roll back onto the sacrum again. Take the legs up, legs are in parallel, feet are flexed. Now hold the feet where they are. You can even practice this with your feet against a wall or a piece of furniture. Curl the tail up, and you're going to roll your spine down to your shoulders, to your shoulder blades, and then lift and pull up. Try not to move your legs. Pull your torso here. Now you're using your deep psoas muscle. It's your main hip flexor, but you're also using your arms. That's okay. You have to use your full body for every exercise, right? We're going to pull all the way down. Maybe lay your head back if that works for you. Chin to chest, upper ab curl. Pull yourself up and into your thighs. Hold the legs where they are. And let's bring that back again. If you do this slowly and really focus on the articulation, you'll feel like a lovely massage into your back. We try to focus on what's lovely and not on what is difficult. And then coming on up. Exhale, pull up and in. Drag yourself up. Notice where there's places where your body wants to rock either to the right or the left. And try to think about working in a straight line down with your spine bisecting your mat. Come all the way down. Head releases back, and then you lift up immediately. Exhale through the hardest part of pulling the base of the rib cage off the ground. Come all the way up, and then lower your heels. Open the knees, hands inside, and then dive forward. Stretch your back. Get a little opening here through your inner thigh muscles too. Coming back up, we're going to combine this. So lift your feet again. And now more of a full teaser. So we start to lift the tail. You push the legs forward and out. You start to roll your spine down. The most important thing is that your spine is happy, right? You don't want to get to a place where you feel like your back is arching. You want to curve and imprint it into the mat. Coming up, pull the knees into your chest to your knees. And then reach out with the legs. Curl the tail up. Roll your spine down. Push out into your feet. Find your balance point. Again, women, toes are probably right at eye level. Guys, the feet should be a little bit lower, most likely. And then you're going to pull this in. Only go as low as you're comfortable, right? As your back can manage safely and your belly can support it. So you might only go a couple inches down, and that's great. And then pull it in. Just go super slowly so you feel that work all the time. And now go as far down as you want to go. It could even maybe be all the way down. The head and the shoulders touch and the head goes, the feet and the shoulders touch and the head goes down second. Lift your head coming up. Remember, you could have done a much smaller version. Whatever your body tells you is right for today. All right, and now let's put the mat aside. Hands to your thighs, lift the legs up, try to get a stretch in the back of your legs. Inhale to point the feet, exhale to flex, heel ball toe. Your elbows are wide, your arms are pulling back, your legs are pressing forward. Stretch your legs up. They may or may not get straight here. It's all okay. And then soft point, lower your feet down. Okay, let's lean back onto your elbows. And then try to suck the belly back. Try to pull the back of your leggings off your body. And you'll feel that you're tractioning out into that sacral area. That should feel wonderful, giving you a nice stretch in the back after that last exercise. Your arms pressed down, but you're not collapsing into your shoulders, right? I don't want you to fall. Keep lifting up with your head. Keep pushing down with the arms. Pull the arms in a little bit and then pick up one knee. Exhale, pick up the other. Lift the feet up to the ceiling. Hip circles. You circle the legs around. Exhale, forward, around to the left, and lift them up and reverse. Now they go left and circle low, around to the right. Not that low, right? So keep it in your core, not in your back in a bad way. Now here, you could even start to move your hips. So you could tip the hips over to take the leg lower, circle it around, and then roll back onto the top of your sacrum. Tip the pelvis to take the legs out and around. So this is a different version when you're getting that mobility through the hip. You circle the hip and the waist to move the legs. If it's too much weight, if your back arches, bend your knees inward to your chest. Come back to center. We go left to right to complete. And then fold the knees, lower the legs, stretch them out, flip over onto your stomach for swimming. The arms reach in one direction, the legs in the other. Let's pull back from your shoulder blades, from your lats, pick the chest up and just pump the legs here from your glutes. Looking up, you can lift the right arm up and then lower it down, pull back with the arm, lift the left arm up and then press it down. If you want, you could take both arms up and then alternate them, lifting and lowering. One more set. Stretch everything out, lower down, child's pose, hands to the mat, push up, sit back, butt to heels. If that's okay for your knees, if it isn't, you always lay on your back and pull the knees into your chest, hands around your thighs. That way you don't get the compression in your knees if you're recovering from a knee injury. Just a useful thing to know. And then stack your spine from the bottom to the top. And let's turn around for seal. So edges of the feet together, not the soles of the feet. The knees aren't that wide open. The legs are more at the width of your shoulders. Take your hands between your legs, wrap your hands around to the outside of the ankles. And then we rock back, lifting the tail, going back onto your sacrum. The arms press into the legs and the legs press back into your arms. Opposition again. So we open and close the thighs to open and close the feet. Exhale to clap one, 2, 3. Remember, we're going to keep looking down. So when you roll back, your neck and head never touch the ground. Roll to your shoulders. Clap 1, 2, and then come up and clap 1, 2, 3. The goal is to clap at least once with your butt in the air. Hopefully, eventually 3 times. For me, it changes as I warm up. And I think that I can lift my tail and then suspend my body there. Inhale to roll and clap. And exhale to come forward and clap again. Do one more. And clap. Good. Now here, this next exercise, I forget actually if I've taught this class this. I use it a lot with my clients who are athletes or people who sit at desks all the time, which sometimes they're one and the same people, right? But many of us end up being really tight in the back line of our legs. This is a great modified exercise to help you stretch the back line. I'm going to be careful standing up here. I'm going to hit the ceiling soon. But you're going to stand up. Stand at the end of your mat, feet in parallel. If you have room, lift your arms overhead. If you're not, just bring them forward. And then you look down and dive your head down to bring your hands to your mat. So try to get your fingers to the ground and then the palms to the floor. If you need to here, you bend your knees as much as possible, right? So you get your hands all the way down. So almost like the heel of your hands is right by your toes. And then we're just going to walk forward with the hands halfway out down the mat. Leave the hands here and then walk your feet in. So your toes are right by the crease in your wrist again. Hang here, hang your head. Look down between your legs, stretch out your back line. And again, if your hamstrings or your calves or your low back are really tight, you'll end up bending the knees. That's great, that's fine. Do what's safe for the back of your knees and the sits bone attachment here where the hamstrings come in and connect to those bones. And now from here, we walk forward with the hands again. Go towards the front of your mat. And then walk your feet forward, small steps. Bend your knees as you walk, right? Get your toes to the heel of your hand again, and your fingers might be up. That's okay if you need to. You could even like hold yoga blocks here under your hands. If that's where you are and you want to try that to keep your legs straighter. Drop your head, stretch your back. And now we walk back with the feet. Walk back. So your feet about halfway down your mat. And then walk your hands in, small steps with your hands to bring the heel of your hands to your toes. Put weight in your hands and then walk back with your feet. Drop your head, traction at your neck, and then walk your hands into your feet again. Pressing down through your legs, pressing down through your hands, knees bent as necessary. Feel that stretch that you're looking for. And then you want to, before you lift up, bend your knees. Spread your feet, push into the ground. You can even take your hands to your thighs if that's going to help you to come up or dangle the arms. And then you stack your spine coming up. Come upright if you can. It's a tight fit for me standing on this piece of equipment with my ceiling, but that is great. And hopefully that made you feel more elongated in the back of your body. You felt a nice stretch, maybe where you needed it. And I recommend that highly for people with tight hamstrings. Anyway, thank you so much for doing class with me today. And I will see you maybe tomorrow, maybe next week, or maybe on one of these recordings.